had to take that phone call. Um, that was probably as important a phone call as I could have gotten to break up our show. Sorry about that. As soon as if you guys come back in, I'll let you know what happened. Let's see if we get some folks back in here. I am in Las Vegas right now. And I toured. Hey, Guaping. Hi. All right. Now we're getting some folks back in. Hey. Oh, sorry about that. That was the apartment complex calling me back to tell me that they had I'm approved to move in, but B, hey Chuck, and the internet service is kind of sketchy out here too, but it'll be better once I'm inside the apartment. But that was the apartment manager calling me back and saying that the application had been approved, but that I can't move in until Friday. So I got a little bit more time out here on the road that I'm going to have to tough it out, but it's all right. It's okay. Angels in D.C. Angel went east, I went west. We're still tight in all the things we're doing, though. Lost earlier because I got interrupted by a phone call from the apartment, the apartment that I wanted to get into. So it looks like I'm in, and apparently, I don't know unless it's some kind of Hail Mary here at the end, but so I'll be in there and I'll be set up. And so I had to, I don't know how long I was going to be here or how long we were going to do this test out here, but yeah, casino will comp you. Yeah, I don't play long enough to get comped. I'm not going to sit there at the table forever. Casinos really comp you on what you lose anyway. Um, so I don't want a room on the strip anyway. I don't want anything to do with it. But anyway, the Durango, the minimum bet at the Durango on the baccarat is $200, and so we've got to talk about if I start at 400 and lose, and then go to 600 and lose, we're down 1,000 after two hands. So we got to talk about our strategy, how we do it, or do we just go ahead and play and say, okay, it's going to work, and I'm going to do more simulations at that number. But I got the feeling that if Durango is $200 minimum, then the places on the strip liable to be $200, $300, or $400. You don't know what they're going to be at, and so I'm also always careful about money management, and so you can't play the $25 table because that banker 7 push will get you every time. It's too big of a commission to play, and I ran into problems. I think I was trying to tell you guys the other night, but I might not have. Um, I had been told at Horseshoe that you don't need to cash in the chips. You can cash them in when you leave. And so when I went to leave with the chips on that last night, I went to cash them in, and they wouldn't give me the money. They said, we don't know where you made this. We don't know how long you've been playing, and we have to be able to verify chips before we'll pay them. And when a person does that to you, you can't get angry. You can't get agitated. You have to try to flank it. You have to try to find your way forward. And so my way forward was, yeah, I'm back, Trish, and my way forward was to say, well, the pit boss of the baccarat room knows me very well, and he's watched me every night. And so they said, okay, well, if he'll come vouch for you, and sure enough, he did. So they did pay me then, but it lends itself to understanding how closely the casino watches their money and how they don't want you to have any of it, and that's the way it is. Um, you, wow, booyah! You've seen $1,000 minimum table in Vegas. Now, I'm not going to dispute it. You could see anything, but we've got to figure out how we're going to do this. I've not been to the Aliante or the Santa Fe yet. I can look them up and go take a look. But like I was saying, today I started at Green Valley Ranch. It was very nice. Nobody was playing baccarat. And then I went to Rampart, and some people were playing $25. And then I went to Red Rock. Nobody was playing. And then I went to Durango, and there were 4 players there, but the table was a $200 minimum. And so those are the places I visited today, along with, I had a quite busy day, along with apartment shopping, and along with, I made stops at Social Security Administration to try to check on my 1099, and I made a stop at the VA to find out what kind of services they could provide for me there. So I've been running around town, and this town is not a. This town's more of a major town, like some of you guys live in. There's heavy traffic, and so you have to deal with the heavy traffic too. But anyway, it looks like I've got a 2-month lease, so that'll give us a 2 months time to run things to ground and see where we're going with Kings Club, see how many more buy-ins we have, how big we can grow, and what we can do, and also whether whether we get in trouble or not if we have too big of a minimum that we're playing. So, okay, Derek Robertson. I'm not sure I know you. I saw you discussing a strategy. It was confusing. Bet the chop, subtract the money that should go on the streak, etc. It seemed interesting. Are you still work? That system we've disposed with Derek because one side gets way up and the other side gets way down, and so right now what we're playing is the most important thing we do is we play D'Alembert betting structure, but we wait for two of one kind, then we play that the streak will continue, and if it breaks, then we play follow the winner on that one. And now I'm trying to decide whether we actually go a third try or not, because this thing comes back really quickly with first time wins. But again, what I am describing is a waiting for two in a row, and I found that to be something that I could do on 2 or 3 nights at the Horseshoe Casino. You couldn't do it every night because there's not enough players at the table, and you're going to have to wait. And so you've got to do it when there are people at the table that nobody minds if you're the one that's not playing. And as it is at the table, a lot of times people sit out a hand, but sometimes I sit out 3, 4, or 5. Yeah, keep watching, Derek, and you're welcome. Glad to have you. We're in with the greatest group of baccarat players you could find. It's a shame we don't have a huge amount of money, so that I wouldn't be so careful about. Well, I'd be careful anyway, but wouldn't be so careful about what the minimum bet is. But you always have to be prepared for if you walk into the grinder and you lose the first 3, 4, or 5 hands, and you're going to have to battle it out and get it all back. Thanks, Trish. Yeah, Trish, listen, you're heart and soul of this whole group, and everything you do helps us move forward. But I got to be very careful with the money, and that's why I even wrote a business plan. I write a business plan for any kind of big venture. I wrote a business plan for my Vegas trip because I've got to maintain the household. The house hasn't sold back in Indiana, and I got to maintain the cost of things that go on there. And now I've added the cost of the trip out here, and the trip of the apartment, and the trip of cost of living expenses here, and I'm trying to figure out ways that I can defray these things, and so that it doesn't impact. I don't like going backwards on money. So, and right now I'm going backwards on money because it just costs to do this. I mean, the application fee at the apartment was $400. I mean, come on, what kind of ripoff is that? But again, that's just the way it is. So, the apartment's going to be $1,800 a month. The application fee was $400. The trip out here costs what it costs, and that's why I'm not staying in a $300 a night, because I don't really need it, and I do have the apartment lined up to where apparently they said it had to get one more signature on it tomorrow, so I guess somebody else has to look at it and bless it. But whatever. It looks like I'm moving in on Friday, so that'll all be good. Any questions that you guys would have, or any input that you would have as far as what table minimum do we play? And I'm going to play what you guys want me to play. I don't care if you wanted to play the $25 table with the Banker 7 push, and you want me to start at $200. I'm all fine with that. I will play what the Kingdom wants me to play, and if the Kingdom wants me to play the $200 table starting at $400 and D'Alemberting from there, I'll do that. If there's a $300 table, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play the same way no matter what the amount of money is, but I'm very careful about your money. So that's what I've been doing. So anyway, I'll be looking for some emails from you guys with your thoughts. You guys can run some simulations and give me your thoughts. But I'm not going to walk in there and start putting money down on the table, and when we're not ready. And that lends itself to I'll tell you the apartments I'm in so you can look at it. Hey, William Latta, thank you very much. Appreciate you, sir, and appreciate you your confidence and faith in me. Um, I've heard horror stories about people going in to casinos and being observed and being followed home, and being robbed in the driveway, being shot in the driveway. And I carry around a lot of you guys' cash with me, and I have had an eerie feeling a couple of times. So that's why I chose this apartment. I'm going to tell you what this apartment is so you'll know. It's a gated apartment. It's a really nice place. It's a gated apartment, but it's not gated like just with like an arm or that you could like step under or something like that. It's gated with a whole enclosure of a gate. And so the gate opens and the gate totally closes, and there's no way you can get in it. And so when I go back in that apartment at night, there's nobody can follow me. And also there is security in the guard shack. And so this was one of the reasons I chose this place. It's called The Rays. Let me look at it here. Yeah, it's called the Rays. The Rays at Vegas Tower. And the address is 1061 East Flamingo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. So you can look it up for yourself. You can take a look at it. I got a 1-bedroom. I got out here. I thought they had several. According to the internet, there's many monthly rental furnished apartments. I got out here and found out there are none. Now, there may be some on some bad side of the tracks or something like that, but there's none in any upstanding area. All the apartments are unfurnished, and so once I'm in this place, I'm going to get the basic Spartan type furnitures that I would need just to get by. It's not a big deal. But anyway, you can look it up for yourselves. The Rays, R-A-Y-S, at Vegas Towers. You'll find it online, and you'll be able to see the front gate. And you'll be able to see the apartments. I'm in the 1-bedroom on the first floor, and at least that's what they're telling me I am anyway. So we'll find out for sure in the next day or two. But anyway, the address is 1061 East Flamingo Road in Las Vegas. So I have made it out here, and I am taking looks at all the places that we can play at, and then check with you guys on however we're going to do it. And Harvey, thank you so very much for your comments. And yeah, I mean, I appreciate confidence, but at the same time, I'm going to be so very careful with the money, because even playing at Horseshoe, you can get up to $800-900. I think Chuck Ritter plays too, so Chuck knows full well how it can go, and you just don't like having all that amount of money at risk. I want to make money. I want to make money every time, and I want to build what we have, and then get more investors in what we have. And I'm debating finding a publicity group out here in Vegas to get some advertisement out for us, to maybe we can attract some other people in here. And how would I do that? How would I get on social media so that arriving planes would be inundated with messages from us? Maybe put an advertisement in the airport. So anyway, there's other things that I'm going to be looking at doing. But for now, I am here in Vegas. Right now, I'm at a Love's truck stop. You could even look up and see where that is. I'm at a Love's truck stop on I-15, about 20 miles north of Vegas. The reason I'm at this place is because they have all the amenities that you would want, like I can go in and shower and shave and all that stuff, and so it's like $12 for a shower. So this is a lot better than paying $300-400 a night for a hotel room for 3 nights when I'm trying to run a business plan to not wreck my budget to where I start losing money every day off of it. So I had decided on this long ago that I'm going to Vegas. Yes, I'm going, and I'm going to write a business plan to try to stay within certain parameters of money. And then of course, if we just start turning a pile of money, then nothing ever matters, because money's the answer to everything, unfortunately. So, Ontario, California, Johnny OG. Yep, you're not very far from here, that's for sure. I will be around, Johnny. I'd love to meet you too. Okay, so for tonight, that's what we got. I'm here, and I'm going to be scoping out more casinos and finding out where's the sweet spot on how, how we want to play. And I thank all of you so very much. Hey, Ted. So I'm in Vegas, Ted. Everything's good. We're working forward to when we're going to start play, because I got to find the right scenario and the right time of day. I got to have enough people at the table that I can wait out and play it the way we want to play it. So it's got to be done right. I can't lose my cool and play differently. I'm not going to do that. So it's going to be played the correct way, and hopefully good fortune will continue to shine on us. I'll be back with you guys very soon. Send me an email anytime you want, and I'm going to respond to you right away. I got a lot of good stuff from Mike Steinfeld today in particular, and I had a lot of stuff from Chuck from a couple of days ago. So I'm here. Thank you, Trish, very much. Gil, appreciate you. And all the way up to the list. Love you all. Thanks so much. I'll be back with you very soon. See ya.